What up, y'all? Thanks for coming out. Today is September 13th, 2011. And I remember talking about the other day, man, it's a pretty slow news week. And you know what? It still kind of is. Not a huge amount of stuff going on. More developments on the little, let's just jump right into it. More developments on the little joystick thingy for the 3DS. Apparently it's going to like run on batteries. And a lot of people are like, whoa, that's crazy. Why, you know, I look at it this way. Your 3DS battery life sucks enough. Do you really want something else leeching off the battery life? I sure hell don't. It's just Nintendo's continued ploy to show us how much of a troll the whole 3DS was, you know? They're going to keep releasing stuff, and we're just going to keep buying it. Monster Hunter 4, I think that's what it is. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a fan at all. I really don't know anything about the Monster Hunter series. Apparently, it's supposed to be amazing. A lot of people are excited for it, so I might check it out. I'm excited to play a game that's not a remake, but is an actually good game. Speaking of good games that aren't remakes, Mario Kart 7 finally announced. Was it December 4th, I believe? That is awesome because I love Mario Kart. And looks like they're introducing a ton to this new stuff. They're talking about, like, if you do jumps, you can have, like, wings to glide yourself from, like, I don't know, using shortcuts. That's really cool. A propeller for underwater. And then customizable stuff, not just like, oh, what cart do you want to choose? Like, that was a big deal when they came out with that, because you really only had 3 classes before. It was like light, medium, and heavy. And then they came out with the different cars you could drive, and you're like, oh, hey, you know, do I want better acceleration, better grip, blah, blah, blah. And now they're even making it where, like, you can make your car have bigger tires for off-road or smaller tires for acceleration. So that's going to be really cool. It's going to be online. Why wouldn't it be? So hours of fun right there, no doubt. That's it for 3DS news. I'm tired of talking about the 3DS. It seems like that's all I talk about. This is not the 3DS hour, 10 minutes, whatever. So what else? Not a whole lot going on. I watched a weird movie this week, and I wanted to, like, give a spoiler alert on it. So it's Hesher, the movie Hesher, and basically, yeah, I'm basically gonna spoil the movie. So if you don't want it to be spoiled, we'll see you next time. And moving on, such a weird movie. I got done watching it, and I'm like, okay, did I like that movie? And not a lot of movies can do that. You're like, I have no idea. It's got a really good cast. It's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt, which is going to be in the new Batman. He also played Arthur in Inception, and he played, what was that one movie? He was like, autistic, or The Lookout. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. Pretty good movie. He's a pretty good actor. We got Rainn Wilson, which is Mr. Dwight Schrute. Some kid that looks like Justin Bieber. And then Natalie Portman, the geekiest, nerdiest Natalie Portman movie. Not movie, but you know, I've never seen her in a movie. I don't know, it's really weird. It basically starts, it's like this kid, basically his kid and the dad, their mom, well, his husband, Rainn Wilson's wife, she died. And so it's basically about, like, you know, they like live with, they never really say if it's his mom or her mom. I'm assuming his mom. They live with her, and he's just like depressed all the time. He takes like pills. He's got long beard, whatever. And so the kid is just kind of like a loner. He's trying to, I want to tell you what the point of the movie is, but there really isn't a point. There's no goal in the movie. Something happens, and then the movie ends and nothing is accomplished. He's trying to get the car that is that the mom died in, and I don't want to say that's the goal of the movie because it's not. That's something he's just trying to do, but it's not the point of the whole movie. So he's like stealing money from his dad, which I don't know. I don't know why he wants this junked up ass car for, but so he's like riding his bike and falls and gets pissed off, breaks a window, and Hesher was in there, and so Hesher, and then so the security came, and then so Hesher's just like, okay, well, and then he goes and like moves in with the family, and Rainn Wilson and the grandma, they have no idea who he is, but they don't really say anything. He just like moves in. He's like climbing up a post to get him free cable in his underwear. Like, I don't know. And then Natalie Portman is like way too old for the kid, but I don't even want to say she's the love interest because there isn't one, and the only one that bangs her is Hesher. So, I don't know. So, I don't even remember what happened. So they just live, I guess. I don't know. Hesher just lives there. Not a whole lot happens, but at the same time, I wasn't incredibly bored. Like, the kid is at the grocery store that Natalie Portman works at, and then she leaves, and Hesher's talking really loud about vagina, whatever, because if there was an award for someone who just didn't give a crap, it would be him. And then like she hits some dude's car, and Hesher threatens to kick the dude's ass, and so the dude goes, and then they go to a pool, and they're swimming in the pool of some abandoned house, and then Hesher starts throwing all this barbecue and chairs and tables in the pool. If it does, and then he leaves them there. If it doesn't make sense, that's because I'm explaining it to the best of my abilities. I swear to God. Basically, it ends with the grandma dies, and Hesher was supposed to go for a walk with her the next day because he gets like high with her. And then so they're at the funeral, and then Hesher comes up and like threatens to kill the preacher, and then talks a little bit, and then grabs the coffin, and him, Rainn Wilson, and the little kid are just like walking around town, just pushing this coffin around. If you're still listening and you haven't watched this movie, I don't know if I've compelled you to watch it, but God, I don't even know what I'm saying. It's so freaking random. And then Hesher just leaves and graffitis the house. But then they end up getting the car from the junkyard. It's just a giant box, but it's there. So, and that was the end of the movie. Like, nothing happened. Natalie Portman, Hesher banged her, and then she came to the little kid's house and was like, oh, I'm sorry for being a whore. And that's like the end you see of her. She has no... I'm not going to say, oh, she doesn't have development, because I just don't think that was the point. So, really weird movie. Really freaking weird. So go watch it. Other movies that came out today: Thor came out today. X-Men came out last Friday. I've yet to see either of those movies. So, and yet here I am watching Hesher. I don't know why. I'm in an office mood, so I'm like, oh, Rainn Wilson. So that's it. So quick show. Well, not quick. I mean, it's the same amount as every other episode. But yeah, not a whole lot to talk about. Maybe I'll have more gaming news. I'm not trying to make this show just all about gaming. You know, it's entertainment. So hopefully you're entertained. Hopefully. We'll see. So anyways, I will catch y'all later. Thanks for stopping by.